EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the We are pleased, as always, to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the Giants of Tokyo taking on the Arizona Cardinals. Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories. Who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports? And able to get this out to the 25. Purdy going to the air right away. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Gotta hope that's not a sign of things to come as they face an early second and long. Play action. Now Purdy. It's Williams on the catch. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. The first carry now. This is Williams. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. The Cardinals at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1, and they were able to get that road victory in the opener. Now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it Week 1, that gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Man in motion left, Mingo. Now a first down carry, it's Williams. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, second and 12. Well, this defense for the Giants, terrific last week in the season opening victory.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Out of the pistol, here's Williams. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. They run it again with Williams. And they'll get him down right about the 20. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7.
Throwing here, Purdy.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
But they took the shot, didn't get it. There's definitely a difference here because they had a chance to get 7, maybe 8 if they pushed it. Instead, they'll likely settle for 3.
Yeah, opening drive, holding them to 3, psychologically, maybe a win for the defense.
Fourth down try. Here's Purdy.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Cardinals unable to convert there on 4th down. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon.
This drive will begin with a run from A-Chain.
Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
When you look at this defense,
they come into this one rounding out the top 10 in the 10 spot against the run.
Now if they could just get their pass defense in line, this unit would be really, really strong. And remember the conversation with the defensive coordinator? He wants them to rush the passer better. He wants to see the quarterback on the ground. They've got to create some sacks.
And he said it starts early and often. We'll see if they can get to it. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 36 yards on the play.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
Brian Brzee, a first-round pick there on the stop.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Right back to A-Chain on 2nd down.
And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No score after 1 on EA Sports. The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down.
Play action. Stroud now.
This is caught inside the 15.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Play action. Here's Stroud.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants.
T.J. Hockenson.
His first touchdown here of the new campaign.
And the Giants post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Extra point by Vizcaino, up and good.
And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And bulldozing his way through.
And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on fourth down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a fourth down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
Second down, here's Charbonnet.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
And here comes Berrios. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return.
And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road, so getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
Options galore here, 2nd and a few inches. They'll go play action here with Stroud.
Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down.
Brian Burns flying in there and dropping it for the sack.
Well, they had the right down and the definite distance to take a shot downfield, but it didn't work out the way that they had envisioned.
No, that's a situation where if you take a sack close to the line of scrimmage, it's not that bad, but a loss like that, you can't take a sack there.
Yeah, absolutely. The one thing you cannot do, they did.
And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. H.A. now up the middle.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
2nd and 10. On 2nd down, it's Stroud.
Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson. There's a nice move, and he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down. Caught outright by Renfro. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Stroud. This one thrown underneath to A-Chain. And the Giants are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. A good throw there, and this is a quarterback who's still just getting his feet wet, obviously. And by most accounts, last week played okay in the victory. But I want to know, Charles, what was your impression of his play last week?
Brandon, I think a lot of teams will be happy with okay. And early on, it's less about how many touchdowns did he throw, but did he not throw interceptions? Did he handle adversity? Did he handle the huddle? Those types of things. That's what people are looking for.
A-Chain will take it in for the Giants touchdown. Vizcaino now for the extra point.
And it's good to make it 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Paris Campbell now on the return. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
On third down, here's Williams. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
A lot depended on the spot there, and he got it. But it wasn't by much, was it? I remember Coach Madden talking about, depending on which foot the official used, that would tell you whether you got the first down or not. You want that upfield foot to be the one that spots the ball, don't you?
And you and I have the luxury.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And the Giants are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
Stroud to the air on 1st and 10. Open man, that's Renfro.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
They run the option here on 1st and 10.
And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Throwing now is Stroud.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Stroud sets up the play action.
And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown.
Hunter Renfro in the final seconds of the first half. And the Giants will extend their lead here just before halftime. Now Vizcaino for the PAT.
And it is now 21-0.
Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. little across the 25 to the 27.
And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play.
And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick.
And the half will begin with a touchback.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Third quarter begins with a run from A-Chain.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
Stroud off the play fake.
Going underneath, he's got Hockenson. It'll go as a gain of 4. 3rd and 7 now.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Stroud on 3rd down now.
The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. Here's Michael Pilardi now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away.
Returnable here for Davis. A very good punt, but a 16-yard return.
And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
Purdy to throw it on 1st down.
And he can't escape, and down he goes. And quickly, they get to the line.
Out of the gun, Purdy.
Under pressure, they got him again. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Purdy now to throw. He'll air one out deep for Mingo. A throw out wide, going to be incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
Here comes the Cardinals punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away.
Here's Berrios. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
On 1st down, here's Stroud. He's going to find and complete it to Renfro. So nothing doing there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Stroud now on 2nd down.
And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
That is caught.
And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 25-yard line.
And Stroud now to throw.
Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter.
Here's a 2nd and 5. The 2nd down throw now from Stroud. They'll swing this out wide. Here's A-Chain.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Rookie quarterback, rookie running back. They team up there to pick up the 1st.
Stroud to throw it.
Out to the left there and complete to the tight end Hockenson. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Oh, I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
Here's Stroud.
Flush to his right. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up, but he certainly will have some explaining to do.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started.
Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them.
He's got a man complete. A huge play there for Arizona. 48 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Throwing here, Purdy.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
Okay, this isn't one where you want to take the game tape and hold it up as an example, do you? I mean, you talk about frustrating all the way through. And that last error, I think that crystallizes it, doesn't it?
Absolutely. That's been representative of their entire game still being shut out. Following the fumble recovery, Stroud. Past the 20. Touchdown, Giants. Equanimous St. Brown, 43 yards.
And the Giants are on their way to a 2-0 start. Vizcaino now for the extra point.
He's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away.
And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the fourth quarter, facing the big deficit. Just what silver linings, what can they look to do here offensively?
You know, it's funny, I talked about this with a coach in the offseason and kind of had this scenario, like what feels good to you and what feels good to your team. You're down big. You really have like one possession left, and you're trying to put points on the board that don't matter. But do they? And he told me they actually do matter. And in this situation, he's going to try and run the best offense he can run to have at least a little bit of confidence to take away from that game. So right now, they're going to try their best to get something up on the board and not get shut out.
Here's Purdy.
And this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
Stroud now on 1st and 10.
Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. And now they're in the hurry-up.
Play action. Stroud now. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns. And it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Stroud now on 4th down.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided.
They'll run here with A-Chain.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here.
One more time with A-Chain.
And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8.
3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. Third and goal, Stroud.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
The CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
Well, ultimately, not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard. Now Purdy.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, these guys are not going to go out with their tails between their legs. They're going to keep taking their shots until the clock's at 000. But that one, like a lot of others, winds up incomplete.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
Purdy will set up to throw it here.
It got his man complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
Work to do here to avoid falling to 1 and 1, but this is 1st and 10 right now.
They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
Shotgun now with Purdy. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Down the sideline he goes.
And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown.
But not only is this defense pitching a shutout, now they're contributing points themselves. I mean, they have really put together what's almost been a perfect effort here in this one.
I love how you express that. They've absolutely exceeded expectations in this one. And even better than their play, it's been their effort. Even with the win in their back pocket already, every one of those guys is still out there fighting like it's a tie game.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
It's been a tough go for them. It's still without any points here in the 4th quarter. And a big deficit, Charles, but they moved the football on some drives. They just haven't had any points.
Yeah, and I know in their minds they're thinking the game plan has actually been working. We just haven't scored points. Well, isn't that the bottom line, partner? To put points on the board? So if you're moving it and you're not scoring, is it really working? Right now, they've got nothing left to lose. They might as well go for broke.
Back to throw, Purdy.
Dancing to his left. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining.
But when this game is done, the credit will go to the consistent pressure on the quarterback as a huge cause of this win. Most teams are happy if they get a few of these games per year. You know they're going to watch this tape over and over Try to identify what's working and keep it going.
And he'll be taken down for a loss back at the 3. They went backwards 5 yards there on 3rd down to break up 4th. So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well.